I am a happy sort of guy, or at least I was until about 18 months ago, when I was diagnosed with dementia. Dementia with Lewy bodies. A lot of people are aware of the three most common forms of dementia. There are in fact 120 different kinds of dementia. I've just got one of them, fortunately. One of the most frustrating things about life at the moment is that I am constantly losing things. I lose my pen, I lose my glasses, I lose my whatever. And it drives me mad. But of course it drives my wife and my children mad, even more so. The kids didn't really understand what was going on. And it was a great relief to be very straight and honest with them when I got the diagnosis. It was at that point that I could sit them down and say, you know how I can never find my bike? And the reason is that unfortunately I do have a medical condition that's causing these symptoms to happen. And they were amazingly calm and collected when they had this news. And it was a relief to them, as it was to me, to be able to say, this is the way I am. Things have changed. Sorry, but not my fault really. And they've been very supportive as a result. I would recommend to anybody who's in this condition to be as frank and fearless as possible. Young Dementia UK is a terrific organisation. I really enjoy the social events, the very supportive educational events, the feeling of being buoyed up and enthused by what could be something that really is a very negative effect. I feel good. This is about living a new life rather than preparing for death. It wasn't really part of our plan to stop our work earlier, but it's a reality and we have to come to terms with that. The crucial thing is not to give up. I can't change the way I am. I can try and ameliorate our response because I'm really busy doing lots of different things. The food bank has become a very important part of my life. I really value the people I work with and they really support me. They're aware that I'm not the man I used to be, in the sense that I have less energy and I have less ability to concentrate and focus than I used to have. But it's fine. We work together, we laugh together, and I'm very grateful to them all. Music is another good interest for me, and it's become very important in the context of dementia. I hadn't sung for a long time, but I was invited along to the Turtle Song group, and this was a wonderful opportunity. I felt freed up to do something that I hadn't been able to do for a long time, and I probably wouldn't have felt it was appropriate had I been doing this outside the context of my dementia. But in a way, if you've got dementia, what the hell if you make a few mistakes? It doesn't matter. What matters is life. I've got a very wonderful son who is 16, Yusuf, and for a while it was quite difficult for the two of us to relate to each other. We didn't find very much to talk about. But very recently, Yusuf has discovered the guitar. And I used to be a guitarist in my old days, and I'm finding that we're drawing together in our shared enjoyment of the guitar. Dementia that I have has slowed me down a bit and made me more available to Yusuf. So once again, there are hidden benefits to having dementia. I love cooking. I like cooking, although my wife Valley is actually a very good cook, and I don't really need to cook that much because her cooking is always much better than mine anyway. However, I do make an effort. It was made clear to me very early on that exercise was going to be a key response. And I got hooked into yoga. I also go to mindfulness classes, which are a great thing. They help you to be in the moment and not be constantly worried about things that have happened. I have what I call a physioterrorist who makes it very clear that I have a non-negotiable relationship with exercise. One big challenge that I have is that I lose my bicycle a lot. I love my bicycle, but it was becoming a problem because I'd ride into town, park my bike, go off and do some shopping, and then be completely at a loss as to where my bicycle was. On one particular occasion, I spent 3/4 of an hour trying to find my bike. Eventually, I found a solution to this problem. I took a photograph of the bike next to a particular shop so that I knew that the bike was near that shop. And all of a sudden I stopped losing my bike. And that was great. And I still feel stressed in town, but at least I've stopped worrying about the bike.